my man. It has been a glorious year, hasn't it?
It has been a glorious year.
It is so hard to believe that 1 year ago, we had started this show. Oh, that is good scotch.
Oh my god.
That is good scotch.
Remember a year ago when we did the first episode, which was Deadly Prey?
Yes, we were so young. We were so naive. Let's have a flashback, shall we?
Yes.
So action! Hi.
Could you pick anything with less shirtless men?
Wow. That was
Wade,
weird.
was our flashback in sepia?
Yes.
That's not normal, is it?
Hey everyone, welcome to the B-Movie Den! I'm Wade.
And I am Gary.
And this is the 1 year anniversary of this show. We start the show in January 2019. Now it's January 2020.
That's right.
And the first movie we did was Deadly Prey by
Yes.
David A. Pryor. Well, I don't know if anyone else knew, but there was a sequel made in 2013.
Which we actually found out back when we were reading the back of the movie.
Yes. So there's a sequel called Deadliest Prey. It stars Ted Pryor again and
Oh man,
Campbell, whatever,
yeah,
I forgot his
David Campbell.
David Campbell, there we go.
Yeah, David Campbell, who returns as Colonel Hogan.
Yes, and Fritz Simmons.
Yes, Fritz Simmons comes
yes.
back as the brother of Shades.
Yeah, and also the plot comes back.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the same exact plot, almost verbatim.
It's basically, okay, so a little backstory. This is pretty much a soft reboot of Deadly Prey. It has, like, it's a soft reboot / sequel.
Yes, it's kind of like Evil Dead 2 in that sense.
Yes.
Is a good way for it.
Yes. Is it as good as Evil Dead 2? No.
Oh, hell no.
But it does involve brothers.
It does involve brothers.
The Raimis or
Yes.
the Pryors, you know.
There is a lot of weird stuff that goes on that's just like, we've seen this before. We having really bad flashbacks of this movie.
Yes.
It's like, we've seen this, haven't we? Yes, we have. You were watching it going like, I don't even remember the first movie. You're like, wait a minute, I do remember this.
I remember this.
I remember this
all
too. I remember this now.
Yeah.
They did this, and then we're going like, is this? I guarantee you he's gonna get shot in the arm, and boom, winged right in the goddamn arm.
Who kidnapped his wife? You guessed it. The female.
The female operative.
The female operative's kidnapped, and
I was like, it's like he's gonna bitch slap her and then shoot her.
Though I think this one had a better ending than Deadly Prey. Less rape. Rape.
This is only like the second movie we've had with no rape in it.
They pretty much retconned the rape.
Oh yeah, they retconned that, and they didn't. And spoiler alert, because this is also the newest movie we've done. It's only 5 or 6 years old.
Yes. No. Babes from Outer Space.
That's right. Okay, Babes from Outer Space is the newest movie we've done.
Yeah. This one was it's it's a new year, so that means this movie has no rape in it.
Yes. New year, no rape. A+ on that.
It's probably gonna go downhill from here. But yeah, like, it has Ted Pryor. This is 27 years after the original movie.
True
and
that.
Hogan has been released from prison. And
why, we don't know.
A female operative that's kind of like his protege. And you're like, wait a minute. So hold on. How old is this protege?
We had to look it up because it's like, is she 30? Is she 40? It's like she could be either way.
The actress, her age is like in the 40s, right?
Yeah.
But we don't know the character's age.
We also don't know the character's name.
So so how is she a protege of a guy that's been in prison for like 30 years? So she has to, if she's 40, that means she was 10 years old or something.
She was like 10, 13 years old. But if she's 30, she was 3. Anyway, it doesn't make sense either way you look at it.
Anyway, so Hogan is raising the stakes. He wants revenge, which Ted Pryor, Mike Denton had...
Denton!
Denton! He had to ask, why is Hogan doing this? And they say revenge. And he's like, revenge? And it's like, why else would he do this?
Well, I also love the fact that it's like, why are you doing this? And both me and you went, you have to ask.
Yeah. There's a lot of unnecessary dialogue, like when he's like, send Hogan a message, and the guy comes back.
He's just like,
gives the same message, and you're like,
really? It's like, considering that on top of all this, Hogan is broadcasting this over the internet.
Yes.
Because, it's like, oh, yeah, send in those twats that or tweets that, at me and tell me how, teats, and like how we're gonna kill him.
Yeah. He also sends all these soldiers after him. He's like, don't kill him. I want him.
I was just like, Denton's mine. It's like, that's the kind of dialogue you give somebody that when you have 10 or 15 people.
And I guess he raided a local high school.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of these soldiers were very...
very, very childish.
Very goober-esque.
Yes. It's like, oh, that's somebody's son.
Especially the guy who catches the grenade. He's like, huh?
Oh, yeah, he's like, hey, catch.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that coming. The escape scene was awesome. Hey, do you have a light? God! This also has a friend that turns on Hogan.
Yes, and he also has an old friend from
cool.
not as cool. Well, he also wasn't around as long, but then again, they're in their 50s now as opposed to in their 20s.
Yes.
So it's not like they're as young, jumping around all over the trees, and he climbed that one tree, then climbed it right back down, which made no sense.
There was a lot of my biggest question, I don't want to call it a plot hole, but it's kind of like just glaring to me. Like, so they're broadcasting this. They also show it on the news, and they also broadcasting this at a bar. Which you think? I guess sports isn't happening at this time of year. So it's at the bar, and at no point, and the wife knows about it, and she's at home worried, sick. At no point are the cops called, the FBI,
the military. Nothing is called on it.
No one interferes with this. Even the original Deadly Prey, there was at least like an agent.
Oh yeah, there was one agent,
yes.
and the mother's father was looking into it.
Yes. So you had people looking into it, but I think David A. Pryor was like, you know what, fuck all that. Let's take all that out. Let's just have action.
Let's just have action, and the only people that are concerned are these 3 hackers. They're like,
oh my god,
we're tired of these MMORPGs. We need to find something that's a little bit more real.
True dat.
True dad, indeed.
She was awful.
She was cute, but she was awful.
She was very cute, but very bad. Like, the dialogue was like, true dad.
That was her catchphrase.
And then they're in the car, she says, true believe. And you're like, oh my god, you changed it on us.
It's like, wow. It's like, just when you think you know the catchphrase, she changes it on.
She's like, are you sure you guys want to do this? And it's like, yeah, we're going to help him out. Okay, cool.
It's like,
and then cut, and
you're like,
what?
That was what you're gonna go with.
That was the best line you could do. That was the best take.
Oh man, that was a bad take.
Yeah, most of their takes are bad. But like
there was some of these things that were just like, oh really?
This movie was faster paced.
It was faster paced. It wasn't like 10.
The kills weren't boring at this point.
There wasn't like 40. There wasn't a 40-minute sequence of him just killing people.
Yes.
Where we're just like, oh my god, because the first one was like 2 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
Hour 45 minutes, 2 hours.
Good 80 minutes.
Is this one, nice 80 minutes. Like we stopped it at one point, and it was like, how long are we at? 35 minutes. It's like, oh, we're at the halfway point. Thank God. Okay.
Yeah, and this was a very enjoyable. Let's also mention that this is also the debut of Michael Pryor.
Oh yes, one young Michael Pryor.
10 years. I guess to make 10 years old.
Yeah, 10-year-old Michael Pryor.
So I gotta talk about the whole ending sequence here, where you have he finds out that his wife got kidnapped
again.
No, she wasn't kidnapped before, but his love interest was kidnapped.
Well, I think it was the wife.
No, she died in Deadly Prey.
Yeah, but she was still kidnapped first.
Yes.
They kidnapped her, brought her there. She was raped.
Killed her.
Well, she was killed during the escape attempt.
Yes. She got Gwen Stacy'd.
Yes. What do they call it? They call it fridging in comic book lore.
Fridging, yeah. Anyway, so she gets kidnapped, and because I guess the only thing that the woman operative can do is her thing.
After she was filing some paperwork.
Yeah.
Out of the fucking blue, she was just like, why the hell is she filing paperwork when there's grenades going off outside?
There was no grenades on the desk.
I know.
On this one. What the fuck, guys?
It's like you had one job. 3 grenades on the desk.
Yes.
They get knocked over once.
Yes.
That's it. That's all we wanted.
Anyway, so They don't kidnap the kid, and then the girl, true dat girl, comes in and like, here, I found this guy wandering, wandering front yard. Looking at different eye lines.
No, it's not. That's not what she said. She was like, she comes in. It's like, we found this, like, wandering around outside. It was like, found this.
We found this wandering outside.
You're like, you couldn't even identify if it was a boy or girl. It's like, we found this. You're like in this thing.
You were bothered by the dialogue. I was bothered by, like, what is she looking at?
That's because I didn't see the dialogue. I didn't see the eye line because I was laughing hysterically at the line. It was like, we found this, because she's kind of like holding it like it's like a bag of potatoes.
So
kind of holding
it. So the chase happens. So he's killing all these people. He's killing these fucking producers' sons. I don't know. It was weird because there was like one African American soldier. And then out of nowhere, there's 3 African American soldiers.
Just like multiplied.
Where'd they go? Where'd they come from? I don't know. They all died, so who cares? Most of them died, except for the 2 guys. The 2 guys said, "Let's fuck this, we're out."
Yeah, it's like, is he thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, fuck this, let's go.
And then we had Fitzsimmons, or whatever, his twin brother comes back.
Yeah.
Sunglasses comes back, which is the sunglasses man. Oh. Sometimes you could see the cameraman. Sometimes you could.
Or the boom mic.
You even saw the boom mic. You even see the boom mic because it has the God, what's it called? The muffler.
The windsock.
The wind, yeah. The wind blocker. That thing. The fuzzy thing. Whatever. my brain is like living off cold medicine.
I think it's called a windsock or something like that. It's something
anyway.
Like that.
So
we know.
The guy gets his. By the way, the sunglasses guy gets his arm cut off again.
Same arm. Same arm.
So, though before that, he's about to kill the mom. All of a sudden, Michael Pryor shoots the gun and shoots that sunglasses, and you're like, wait a minute, hold on. How did he get to the woods?
Where the fuck did the sun come from?
Yes.
He told the hackers to take the son and go to make sure he's safe.
And you don't see the hackers. You don't see the hackers at all. It's just the boy. And then so Hogan runs away, and then he's like the kid is with his mom, and he gives the kid the gun to protect his mom. Shouldn't the adult have the gun?
It's like, no. Apparently the son's the killer, not the mother.
No, we can't. So it turns out being the Hogan duel, whatever, and Hogan kills all the hackers.
And they're just like, hey, you're Hogan. And she's like, ha 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 ha.
You're dead.
Okay, so at the end, he thought that Hogan was just going to run away again, like repeated the beginning of the first one. I thought he was going to turn around, get shot. But we both were wrong. We got a pleasant surprise.
Yes. There's one thing I do want to mention about this movie. I hate knocking Day for Night, okay?
Oh.
I never seen Day for Night be purple looking, though. I never seen that before.
You see it sometimes and It's Always Sunny.
Yes,
but
they do it all the time on Always Sunny.
I know, but it's always like, here's the corner is like daylight, and then the rest of the screen is blue, and blue and purple. It was bad. It was so bad.
I hate talking about this, but they have it like he's sitting there eating dog food or whatever. At least it's not worms.
That he had to lube up like 5 times.
So he's eating that, and then they cut to Hogan at his office.
Which is outside.
Which has the sun shining on both of them, him and the female operative. And you're like, hold on. What time frame is this?
Because Denton's outside.
And then it starts raining.
It starts storming.
And by the way, he is not wet at all.
Oh, no, he's dry.
He's dry.
Just...
That was a very glaring thing for me.
On top of all this, we're watching this going like, hey... Did one of our friends work on this?
Yes, we gotta talk about it. So a mutual friend of ours, Clint Kelly, he has a relationship with David A. Pryor. He used to. David A. Pryor sadly passed away, but he had a relationship because he bought the rights to Sledgehammer, and basically re-released it on DVD and Blu-ray and stuff like that. I believe just DVD. Because this was like 2011, so I think Blu-ray was still kind of in its infancy. So, he made a relationship with David A. Pryor, and basically he became a huge David A. Pryor fan. Sorry, and he actually went to Alabama and filmed the documentary for the Blu-ray.
For Deadliest Prey. It's like Deadly Prey 27 years later. I think that's the title of it.
He filmed a documentary, but he's also in the movie.
Like
he's credited as Soldier 10.
Which we didn't quite see him as any of the soldiers.
Yes.
He could have been background maybe, but we only saw him as a bar patron.
He's the bar patron.
Who like gawks at the TV
he's got like a straw cowboy hat, and he's got like I believe it's a purple plaid shirt.
Yeah.
He's like oh.
It's like you see him twice on there, and it's like Clint.
That's Clint.
Clint.
And it's a youngin' Clint. That was like
2013, 2012. They probably filmed it. 2013 they released it.
Yeah.
So, but
wow.
yeah, it was
a youngin' Clint. And I believe that weekend he met the Green Ranger, Jason David Frank.
Yeah.
And he gloated to me and Scott because we were supposed to go on this trip for Deadliest Prey. But. Yeah, this movie is kind of fun. I was entertained most of the time. Yeah, sure, the dialogue is bad.
I mean, it wasn't just bad. It was just like, Jesus Christ, what happened?
It's not even needed. Some of the dialogue is not even needed for this stuff. And I was highly entertained.
And compared to the first one, I mean, the action scenes of the first one were good. I'm not going to deny that. When it actually got to the action scenes of the first one, they were good.
Before we close out, we have to mention the bald guy.
Jeez, which one?
The guy's like, hey. You can't beat me. His face was twitching in time.
Oh, the Mr. Twitch?
Yeah, and
it's just like...
They take the guy, and then dies. And I laughed out loud so fucking hard.
Well, this guy was just like, so, you're Denton. So, the thing is that they weren't unconscious twitches. They weren't like, like he's having a facial spasm. They were...
His acting.
They were acting twitches. Yeah. And they're like, I'm trying to be a tough guy.
Yeah. Spoiler, he wasn't a tough guy.
Oh, yeah. And he's just like, you don't look so tough. Yeah.
Yeah, and guess what? Yeah, he got
killed quick.
He got stabbed in the most comical way possible. Also, we laughed out loud when the helicopter blew up.
It's like, there's the budget. We still...
That was a pretty nice fucking... that was a pretty fucking nice
military helicopter.
Pretty nice helicopter.
Yeah. And it's like...
No tanks, though.
Well, I guess they spent all the money on the helicopter.
Yeah, the helicopter's badass.
I still like to know who David Pryor's military guy was.
It was Patton.
It probably was Patton.
It was General Patton. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about this movie. It's fun. Go watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
I feel like you can watch this without watching Deadly Prey, frankly.
Mainly because it's kind of like Evil Dead 2. It's a soft reboot, pretty much.
I think it's better. Oh, and then, of course, the best shot at the end.
Oh, out of the fucking blue, they had this great pan shot. It was just like, this doesn't belong in the movie. Compared to all the other shots, because you had these shots that are just like 5 people, just like one static shot of 5 people, bad audio, and then you have this beautiful pan shot.
Oh, when he's tied up in the...
when he's tied up.
Oh, that was such a good shot, too.
I know, we were just like, God damn. We both were like, damn.
I'm talking about the ending where...
Oh, yeah.
They do the iconic...
Father-son.
But the father-son, it says the beginning, and you're like, oh. Shit.
That means that Hogan's kids are going to be coming after.
The only other thing that's glaring to me is the sound mixing.
Oh, the sound was terrible.
It's not just the sound; it's mostly the score was overpowering the audio.
The score was overpowering the audio. On top of that, some of the songs were just overpowering not just the score but the audio.
Yes,
and then there was other times where it was just kind of garbled with the audio.
Yes,
which didn't help either. And there was just other times where there was no score, no soundtrack. But it's like their boom mic was just like, the boom mic's going to be over here, and we're going to be talking over here.
So if you're watching it, just be wary that you... It also doesn't come with subtitles, sadly.
Yeah, there's no subtitles on it. You have to listen.
You're going to have to listen, especially when they're talking during a score. But that's a small little gripe I have. It's whatever. You can't control how the boom mic is. You can't control any of that stuff. So I'm not going to totally knock them on that. So
they didn't
especially as someone who's edited film and made film, and I know sound can get real messed up real quick.
They didn't spend enough time in the boom room.
You can't knock it. So Gary,
how many true dads do you give this?
How many true dads do I give? I give it a 4. Now, keep in mind, I'm judging this off B movie. like the B movie style and B movie. I'm not saying this is as good as The Godfather or something like that. You know what I mean? But as a B movie, I give it a good 4 out of 5 True Dads.
I'll give it 3.5 out of 5.
Yes.
True dads.
True Dad. True Dad.
I'll give it a good 3.5. 5. Yeah, 3.5. 3.5 out of 5s.
Yes. Yeah, so that's our thoughts on Deadliest Prey. Let us know in the comment section below what you think about Deadliest Prey. What's another David A. Pryor film we should do? He has a lot of them.
Oh, he has tons,
He has
and there are several in the hat. So trust me,
Yes.
there will be other ones in the future.
So if you have others, just throw it in the comment section below. Give us any other suggestions. I know, like Vinegars, you got a lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff.
Oh yeah.
If there's anything on Vinegar Syndrome you should watch. Anything on, if it's on a streaming service, we don't pirate movies. Just
Yes.
let you know, we're not going to do that. We're not believers in that. So we're not going to do it. If it's on a streaming service like Shudder or Amazon Prime or
Netflix
or Hulu or Disney Plus. I don't think there's anything on Disney Plus, but
I don't have Disney Plus. You might have that one.
I do.
Or Tubi, anything like
yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Anything like that. Amazon is a big one.
Amazon's
Prime,
got lots
Video.
of the low budget stuff which has been fun to find.
Yeah, so comment below your suggestions. If we get enough traction, one suggestion, we'll probably end up just doing it just for you guys. Yeah, and subscribe.
Be sure to
share.
like, subscribe, share it to your heart's content.
Share the video. This is a fun little show we're doing, and I want to spread the word and get more.
Spread the word, spread the love, spread the joy.
Like herpes.
That's not the gift that we want to keep on giving.
Yes, that's true. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And so until next month.
That's right. Next month is February. It's my birthday month in February. Ooh. I can't wait to see what we get for my birthday month.
Probably the worst movie ever made.
For you, probably.
Fuck it. Let's do Tammy the T-Rex. Fuck it. Anyway.
If that's what gets picked out of that, sure.
Yes. Oh, in the comment section, if you want us to do Tammy and T-Rex, if you want that to be next month's episode, comment it. Comment it. Say you want that. Put on Twitter at MidCondishMCP or on Instagram, MidCondish Productions. Just comment on it, please.
Message one of us between Instagram or Facebook. Seriously.
Please. I really want to see this movie. I've never seen it. So.
I've seen the original. I haven't seen the gore cut.
Well, maybe we should do it next month. So, until next time, I'm Wade.
And I'm Gary.
And we will see you later.